Okay, so let me adjust that. Sorry. This video really has nothing to do with my cancer. And I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes trying to hit this stupid button before I started to cry again. The love of my life is gone. There'll be a lot of ugly tears, and you know what? I just don't care. As I've said in other videos, I believe that once you love someone, truly love them, then that love is forever. It may change shapes, but it's always there. Backstory: 1996. I walk into the gas station down the road from my house to buy a pack of cigarettes. This guy behind the counter wouldn't sell them to me because I didn't have my driver's license. And I laughed because I thought he was joking, because I went into that gas station all the time. But no, he was serious. So I went home and got my driver's license and gave it to him, and he sold me my cigarettes. And then he asked me out on a date. And the rest is history, because I married him. And I had 2 beautiful children with him. And he was recently killed. 20 years. It was not always good. 20 years is a long time to be perfect. And nothing is ever perfect. But we loved each other very much. And he's gone. And we don't even know why. We know he was killed. Now this man, he was cocky and arrogant. And I didn't care. He was my very, very best friend. He called me every day to check on me. Called me all the time. It's like he would psychically know that I had a doctor's appointment, and he would call me and he'd say, "Hey Chuck, how's your day going? How you feeling?" And he wasn't supposed to go. I was supposed to go. And he was supposed to be here. I'm sorry if I have hurt anybody in this process of me making this video, because I can be very selfish sometimes, and Rob knew that. He loved me for it anyway. I think he loved me more when I was selfish, honestly, because he thought I was too nice to people. Either way, he wasn't supposed to go. He was going to be here, and I was going to die. I'm still going to die. And now I got to pick up the pieces with my children before I go. And he knew how much I loved him. I told him. And I'm glad I did, because I told him more than once over the last couple weeks. I said, Rob, I will love you till the day I die and after. And he hung up the phone and he said, "I love you, Chuck." And how do you even say goodbye after so long? You just can't. You can't. And you look at your kids and you know that they're not going to have any parents. They won't have, their children won't have grandparents. Their lives will be forever changed. And I know that life changes, I get that. But it doesn't make it any easier. You know, Hazel says, "Who's gonna walk me down the aisle? Who's gonna rock my babies?" And that's not fair. It's not fair at all. None of this is fair. I know we weren't promised fair in life. But I am completely devastated, and I know that there's a lot of other people too. But all I can think about is me and my children. And there's nothing to even say. I'm sorry your dad was killed, because that's going to help. I'm sorry that I'm dying of brain cancer, because that's not helping either. And yet they're strong, because that's the way we taught them to be. Rob, I love you. And I'm glad to have known you. You have always been there for me. Team Wiley all the way. That was our family slogan. Anytime something would go wrong, it would be Team Wiley. Because we had tough times. And life was never easy for us. And we always made it through. One way or another, whether we were miles apart or, right next to each other. We always made it through. Sorry, the wiping snot. And Hazel made this joke the other day, yesterday. No, it wasn't, because it hadn't happened yet. And she wanted stories about her dad when he was young. And I had told her a couple, funny stories that I knew. The kids have always been very well aware that Rob and I have always loved each other very much. He's like my soulmate. Just really twisted. And Hazel says, "Well, you're gonna die, and when Dad dies, you'll have this little corner of heaven to yourselves where you can be together." And I'm coming. I'm gonna try to hold off to take care of things for the kids. Sorry for the ugly crying, but I just can't help it. This was supposed to be a video to let people know that hadn't heard. Most people have already been told that Rob is gone. We don't know a lot of details yet. I'll give them out as they come. If anybody needs to contact me, they can through Messenger. I'm going to share the video to Rob's account. If you want to share it, share it. It doesn't matter to me. I love you, Rob. I've always loved you. And I was so proud of you. And I've always been proud of you. What a good man you are. Or were. Damn it. Damn it. Pray for my family, please. Good night.